Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of STJ Outdoors. I never posted that. On my Halloween video, I cut out the ending part because it was just some commentary of me talking about my upcoming video. Like I said, now that fishing season's practically done for me because, it's hunting season and had no time to go fishing when you're chasing the big rack bucks. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I got into hunting. So, my dad hunted when he was younger. He's 51 right now. And he's never shot a deer. He's seen the rear end of a deer. He's seen the buck. But he's never gotten a shot off at a deer. And so, basically, when I got a little older, about 11 or 12, my neighbor, he hunted with his kid, and they brought me hunting, and at the time I didn't have a rifle or anything. We didn't have much firearms in the house. I went hunting. It was a youth weekend, a 6-hour hunting trip. So it was my second hunting trip with them, and my second youth weekend with them. The first weekend I went out with them, or I went out with his son in their backyard. And so this youth weekend in particular, I got up really early. It was not usual for me to get up at that time on a weekend because at the time I didn't hunt. And so I went with them and went somewhere. I forgot where we went. I think I was in Henniker, New Hampshire. So we hunted and didn't get anything, and that's where I fired my first gun. It was his Savage 243. We were all done hunting, and so we just target practiced 2 shots. Tried to hit a Gatorade bottle, and I'd never fired a weapon or a firearm at that time. And so that's basically how it all started. I really got into hunting when I was with them, but I never pictured myself actually hunting with my dad. I didn't know that he hunted when he was younger until a couple years ago. But I always used to go trout fishing with him at the brook ever since I was little. Since I was like 5 or 6 maybe a little bit younger than that. But that was my hobby with him, was fishing and not hunting. And so after that year, I think it was the next year, and my birthday's October 21st. And so this year, it happened to play the part right before youth weekend, which played out really well. But anyway, so the next year after that, it was coming up, I think it was like October 1st. We had stopped in at Morse's Sporting Goods in Hillsborough, New Hampshire. And so we, when we went, we were talking about guns and all that stuff, and with Jim Morse, the owner. And so my dad had kicked me out of the store, and I got a little upset because I wanted to sit there looking at guns and all that good stuff. And we came home one day after I was done mowing the lawn, and they had a white sheet underneath the table, or on top of the table, and I opened it up, and there's two rifles there. One's a Savage Axis 308, and one's a Savage Axis 243. And the 308 is my dad's, and the 243 is mine. You guys have seen some of those shooting videos. No, I don't think you guys have. Anyway, so that was October. I don't think we youth hunted that weekend, because we hadn't shot the firearms yet. But we did go out. I think I turned 13 that year when I got the firearm. And I think it was the first weekend of rifle season, November 15th, 2014. I think it was 7:45 a.m. We left the house at 5 a.m. and we got to Canterbury, New Hampshire with our friend at about 6:15ish. He got finished ready, getting dressed, and then we headed out, and we were going to sit in this tree stand, but a self-climber, and at the time I didn't know how to use one, and he had lost a pin to the tree stand, so we just had to sit on the ground. He went one way, my dad was across from me, and I was at one point, and we were in the area of where his son had shot his 4-pointer that year during youth weekend. And these are totally different people, by the way, than my neighbors. So yeah, just want to get that clear. So we sat there, and an hour went by, and I'm like, walked over to Dad, and I'm like, Dad, can we move? And he's like, why? And I said, I just want to move. And my dad was giving me crap. He's like, are you sure? I said, yes. So we walked down this ATV trail, and my dad goes, how about you go sit up on that ridge by the tree, and I'll sit here. And so he could see me, and I could see him, and so he set me up there on a pine tree. I had my backpack on the left, had my rifle on the right, and I didn't hear the buck coming at all, honestly. I was ready to fall asleep. My dad was getting ready to pack up and get me because he said we'll stay out till 8 o'clock, and it was getting that time. I can't remember the exact time of when I shot it. It may have been 7:45, 8 o'clock-ish. I can't remember. But anyway, he said he was headed over. And I looked, and I'm like, holy crap, a deer. It was from here, from me, to this wall. I could have reached down and touched him. And it was a big deer to me. Like, wicked big. And I think it was the beginning of the rut. So, he was 200 plus at the time. But when he was dressed out, field dressed out, he only weighed 178, which is still a big deer. But anyway, so I reached over and grabbed my rifle, and at this point, I didn't know what I was doing, so I just grabbed my rifle, and the deer stops and takes off. And I had a little Arbitron hardware deer call, and my dad likes it. He loves it, actually. They sell them at Morris's too. So it went, stopped them. About 10 yards, sorry. And all I had was a neck shot. All I had was right there. That's all I had for a shot. I had his head, and I had down here. But I didn't have faith in my rifle. I didn't know if it was sighted in or not. My dad's like, it's sighted in, it's sighted in. And I'm like, you know what? Heck with it. So I spun around the tree, threw off my glove because I couldn't flip the safety off. The buck is still sitting there staring at me. I looked at him in the scope for about 2 seconds and hit him right here, right underneath the white, and rocked him. Fell right over there, didn't run, nothing. And I was hollering and screaming, I got a big one! And at the time, Dad didn't know what happened. He couldn't see the deer. The deer was headed right for him. If I had passed the deer up, the deer would have gone right to him. Because there was some high grass in between us. But he could see me. He just couldn't see the deer. And so he came over, or he told me when he came over, he's like, oh, I thought you shot yourself, or hope you didn't shoot yourself, or shoot a doe. I'm like, no, Dad, I got a big deer. And we walked over, and I only see one side of his antler. I'm like, Dad, I think I shot his antler off. Being a dummy at the time and didn't know what the heck happened. And I was crying of joy, being 13 years old, hitting the teenage years. And yeah, so basically he dropped, and he's been mounted on my wall, and his 3rd year anniversary is coming up in a couple weeks. And the opening day of rifle season for New Hampshire is November 9th, the first Wednesday in November. I am very pumped. I'm ready to get this done. It's time to lay the smack down. I'm tired of seeing 4 deer and can't get a shot off. I'm still going to bow hunt. I don't think I'm bow hunting this weekend because my dad wants to stay home and get the yard done. But yeah, I'm the one who does the yard, so I should make that decision, right? But he has to clean the garage, get everything winterized. I still got to finish stacking the 3 cords of wood that we got. We got about half a cord left. So I've stacked everybody else's wood except for my own wood. So it's about time I get that half a cord done. A fool has been sitting in my yard. So, I think this is going to be a weekend that we don't bow hunt. And I got to sight in my bow anyways. I bought a set of Easton Allen wrenches today. From Morris's. Because, because I can't hit the broadside of a barn. I don't know. I think my sight got a little messed up because it's not shooting straight. But anyway, yeah, those of you that are from New Hampshire and who hunt in my channel, good luck to you guys. And I want to give a shout out to somebody. I gotta look it up first because I forgot it. Don't want to be the idiot who doesn't know my things on YouTube. So, here we go. Hold on. Sorry about this. I would like to give a shout out to AMAJI Productions. Look him up on YouTube. An amazing guy. I don't know. I'm not gonna give his name out on YouTube. I don't know if he wants that, and so I'm gonna give him a shout out. But I'm gonna give him not his real name, but his other name, Hillbilly Weatherman. Look him up on YouTube. You'll see him. He's a big buck hunter, and so the AMAJI Productions is his hunting channel, but the Hillbilly Weatherman is a totally separate channel, but same guy. And funny guy. He does the weather sometimes, but he's posted hunting videos right now. He shot a bear this year, shot a turkey, shot a 4-pointer, and shot a doe. He tagged out early, and I'm still over here seeing 4 deer and can't tag out. So, I hope you appreciate this shout out. Yep, this is once again, great guy. Him and I talk over YouTube and Messenger. He is from New Hampshire. I'm not going to give out the town either. I normally would, but this guy's pretty popular, so I don't want people to try to find him at his house. So anyway, look him up. Check this video out. Good luck to you guys. And have a good rest of your weekend. I don't think I'm going to make a video anymore this week. I'll probably make one next weekend. But if I'm out hunting this weekend or next weekend, I will make a video. I think my dad made a couple videos while he was up in his stand. So anyway, thank you guys. Stay tuned for some more content. Thank you.